Hey guys, wanted to welcome you to a new video that I have. Actually, my first YouTube video. Um, I've been looking at some games. I actually had a break here from work. I had about 3 weeks off. A buddy of mine recommended a game called Marvel Contest of Champions, and I've seen some of the Marvel movies. Thor's my favorite. But pretty much I never was a comic guy. Never watched Marvel or DC in the past when I was a kid. But when I saw these movies, Thor, the Iron Man, Hulk, I really had an interest in them. So my buddy had told me he'd been playing this game for about a year now, and I was like, you know what? I've got an interest in trying this out. I don't really play any games right now. I played games in the past at a competitive level. Age of Empires, Asheron's Call. But I'd never played anything here more so recently, so I wanted to kind of take a look at it. So what I wanted to provide to you guys today was really just kind of some commentary on this game. Really give you some insight as to what it is to play this game, what it's like on a day-to-day. If you have an interest in looking into a little bit further into the game, give you some insight there if you want to continue to try it or try it out at all. So myself personally, I started playing this game about 3 weeks ago. So I didn't get all of the December rewards. I will preface this by saying that if you have played this game for any extended period of time, really you're not going to learn anything from me. Again, I'm brand new to YouTube. My daughter, my family actually just started a YouTube channel, Haley's Toy World, and we're concentrating on that right now. But I've always had a passion for gaming, and I figured, hey, why not try posting a couple videos on a game that I'm playing right now and seeing if people really can kind of get anything out of it. It's not really anything that I'm using to gain money or gain a following on, but more so just to see if anything that I go through in my life can help assist anybody else who's looking at the game. So really wanted to kind of take you through real quick just what this game was. So in short, the best way that I can talk to you about this game is just say that it's basically Mortal Kombat for the Marvel world. You are in a one-on-one fight for the majority of the time with some other type of Marvel hero, and the reason that you're in that fight is you're looking to gain resources so that you can further the development of your champions. So for me, again, I've only been in here for about 3 weeks, but let me show you some of my champions that I've been able to get here in the last 3 weeks. So it's nothing that's impressive. Again, if you have been playing this game for any period of time, you'll probably look at this and be like, hey, this guy's terrible. For the time that I have the ability to spend on this, I think I've done pretty well. Initially, the game will give you characters anywhere from 1 to 5 stars. Honestly, really from 1 to 2 stars. And then as you continue to develop and gain more of those 2-star candidates or 2-star champions, you'll slowly start to win some of these 3-star champions, which are stronger. So each star basically says that, hey, I'm stronger than the stars prior to me. So if you've got a 3-star who's brand new, it's probably going to be equivalent to a 2-star that's relatively maxed out or close to maxed out, and so on and so forth. So you can see my highest champ here is Ultron, who is, for me personally, is a beast. I really like this guy. I actually was just able to get him ranked up to 4 out of 4. He's only level 14 of 40, so I actually have a long way to go, but I'm going to continue to develop this guy. Just to show you real quick how you develop somebody, as you progress through the game, you get these things called ISOs that I'm clicking on right now. You're able to click and highlight these ISOs and then convert those ISOs over to levels and or points for your champion. So I went through here and just did all of mine. It cost me a little bit of gold, but I was able to increase him from probably level 15 or 16 to level 17. And then I'm able to kind of go through, and as I have able to collect more and more ISO, I'll be able to collect more and more items and add it to that individual champion. Again, just to kind of give you a quick snapshot as to what it is that I'm doing here. This game, again, is the Mortal Kombat style. It does have the ability to fight. So if we click on fight, you've got a couple of different things that you can do to fight. So I can go through story modes, which is event conquest or event quest, story quest, or even versus. So if I click on versus, for example, this is basically like your arena match. So if you're using any type of games where you're basically dueling others, this is that match. Now, let me clear one thing up that I was confused of when I first started. When I saw this, I would say, okay, I'm going to do a 3-on-3 match. It's going to make me click my 3 characters. I'm going to go in, I'm going to hit to join the fight find a match, and then all of a sudden it's going to pin me up against someone else. So as you can see here, wow, this one I'm way overmatched for these guys. So I must have included some of my better characters, which was a issue for me. But just to go ahead and show you what it looks like, I'm going to go ahead and click continue anyway. It brings you up on a 3 versus 3. So when I first started, I was like, okay, I'm versing this Ferna 81 guy. I'm going to be playing him in real time, and I'm going to see if I can beat this individual. Well, that's not exactly the case. So what basically is happening is I'm not going up against him one-on-one. I'm actually going up against his champions, but the AI of his champions. So when I click accept on this match, I got points that I can earn on a multiplier side. So this is the first match that I'm going to start on here. But as you continue to win matches, that multiplier will go up. Your points will go up, which will help you hit those next milestones. So just to go ahead and show you guys a fight, I'm going to go ahead and have my Venompool versus his, looks like, tuxedo-wearing Hulk or whatever it is. Now again, if you're an expert in this game, you've been playing for an extended period of time, you're going to be way better than me. I'm not going to pretend that I'm good at this game. But what I will be able to show you is basically some basics on how to fight. So this right here is a fight between Hulk and Venompool. So I'm Venompool, the big red guy on the left, and he's Hulk. So what I try to do basically here is just kind of goat him into attacking me, backing up, evading him, and then attacking. Hopefully being able to use one of my super moves, which is here. So kind of like a finisher in Mortal Kombat. So as you can see, I was able to win that fight. I was hit one time. I was able to hit him 27 times consecutively to win. So again, this is a really easy match, so it's not indicative of actually any of my skill, but really more so just to kind of show you guys what it is like to have these fights. So what you would do is you would continue to progress. I would have, Doctor Strange versus Loki, and then Iron Man versus Winter Soldier here, and continue on until I continue to get more and more points. That's the versus side. So if I back out of this and I go back to my home screen, what I'm going to see here is some additional items that you can click on. So to kind of take you through this real quick, I do have an alliance that I have joined. So if you do have an interest of taking a game which is relatively solo and adding it more into kind of like that MMO where you want that community feel, you can go through here. You can meet up with people. Each alliance has the ability to have 30 members in total on the team. Right now it looks like the alliance that I'm in is at 29 of 30, so it looks like we could still gain another couple people, but they do give you the opportunity to do alliance questing, alliance fights and whatnot, where you verse other alliance to gain additional points. Now, one thing that I do want to talk to you about outside of the champions and kind of the versus fighting is they do have another fighting style, which is basically those quests that I had mentioned earlier. So the quest gives you the ability to go and take on a bunch of different quests, which will give you access to a lot of different resources. Now, why these resources are important is the resources give you the ability to actually further the development of your champions. So as you can see here, I'm already in the middle of one right now. I believe this is on hard mode. Basically, if you go left, you're on the easier part of hard mode. You go right, you're on the harder side, as you can see from the numbers here. So if you see, I went left, which I'm fighting 700 level people, which for me is fine. If I would have went right, I've been fighting people 1400, 1799, 1955, so on and so forth. Now the goal is to basically go to all of these different nodes and defeat all of these different characters. And if you're able to do that, you'll be able to get all the items that you collect along the way, and you'll be able to further the development of your characters. As you further the development of your characters, you get access to different areas in the game, which allow you the opportunity to gain additional champions at a higher level. So again, as we kind of went through my champions before, I had a lot of 2 stars, I had a decent amount of 3 stars, and I had 1 4-star. Really what we're looking to do is to have a lot of 4 stars and a lot of 5 stars. So again, the tiers go from 1 star to 5 stars. So what I will do here is I'll continue to go through these nodes. So to show you, for example, I'll click on this green space. It'll take energy from me, which is that lightning bolt, and it'll further me along the path. So looks like I got ambushed by the Star-Lord, who's a 3-star at 727 level, but I have my only 4-star who's a good fight against him at 1111. So what this is basically telling me is I should win this fight unless I suck. I am pretty bad at this game, so maybe I will lose. We're about to find out. So again, this is kind of the Mortal Kombat style. I'm just going to hit this guy, try to evade him. When you look up different YouTube videos, which I have been looking up right now, I wish I could remember the guy's name that I've been watching, Stein something. He has a lot of good videos. He actually has a good tier video out there that will talk to you about the different tiers of these champions. And what basically he says here is Star-Lord, for example, is God tier, so the top tier. He's a great champion to have. Now, obviously, this is just artificial intelligence that I'm playing. Again, I'm not good at this game, but I'm able to beat him pretty easily. My character was more developed than him, and it's just an AI. I would probably, if the roles were reversed, be able to beat him as the Star-Lord if it was versing my character, because again, it's AI. But as you can see here, you're basically just progressing through the game. So I definitely would check out, the different tiers on the champions that you're looking to get, because it's beneficial to know what champions you're looking for. Because one thing that I struggled with when I first started, I was like, hey, listen, I'm getting all these different champions. I know these champions from kind of the Marvel movies that I'm watching, and I have an understanding of what these guys are. So, for example, Iron Man, he's got three movies out there, and he seems to be a leader, and he's killing everybody. He should be my best player, right? Not exactly. Now, I do have a Super Iron Man, or Sim for short, in the gaming world here of Marvel, and he's a pretty good champion. But right now, Ultron is a God tier character, and that's why I've chosen to continue to further develop him, even though he's only a 3-star, whereas my Agent Venom is a 4-star. Overall, what I can say here is I played a lot of mobile games, Clash of Clans, Clash of Kings. These games have been able to kind of keep me for 3 months here, 6 months there. I've only started this game. It's been about 3 weeks, but I really like it. I do think that if you're looking for something that's a time waster that's going to, take 1 to 2 hours of your day every single day, if you have the ability to spend that much time, feel free to do so. If you feel that that's too much time to spend, you can still play this game. You just won't advance as quickly as you would probably like. But I do think it's still worth it. I've, again, been invested into this game for 3 weeks now. And really in 3 weeks, I've had a lot of fun with it. I've probably spent $20 on the game. And again, for me, it's important to kind of give back. I mean, it's a free-to-download game. These developers have spent a lot of time to provide me with a good game. If I'm sitting here taking 1 to 2 hours of my day every day to play a game, over time, I definitely think that you should invest back and help these guys further the development of the game. Again, you can go into these things here where you can buy from their store. I wouldn't recommend buying any of these here at the Unistore unless you're in a pinch to really upgrade something that's going to further develop you. But really where I would concentrate your spending or your money, if I may make that suggestion, really is that when they have these bonuses come up, these offers that are basically 24-hour limit. So like for me, for example, this Tier 4 Mutant Catalyst daily card of $100 really has no value for me because I hardly have any 4-stars. I don't have any 5-stars yet. And this really is to further develop your 5-star champions. So this is really for those people who probably play for a year or so. For me, for example, this 4-star daily, I'm more than likely going to purchase this. To have the opportunity to gain an additional 2 4-star characters is really going to help develop me in the game much faster. If I didn't click on this, I'd probably have to take another month or two to really get to the point where I could take out the hards modes for all these event quests and further my development. I'm lazy. I'll go ahead and spend the money to get this, but some people may not have the luxury and or the resources to do so. But I would recommend that if you do want to put a little bit of money into it, feel free to do so. Probably maybe check out the $2.99 packs, the $4.99 packs. But honestly, you can do it for free. At the very beginning, I could have done this for free. I would have stunted my growth a little bit, but as you can see, I haven't really gone too far with it so far. But again, at the end of the day, if I'm looking at this video for nothing more than just to see if I would recommend playing this game or not, I definitely would give it a chance. Just know that if you're wanting to be somewhat competitive in this game, you're going to have to spend 1 to 2 hours or so a day on it. If you're looking to kind of spend 15, 20 minutes on a game, you can still do this. It's just you're not going to see yourself progressing as quickly as you may like, and that may be fine for you. Maybe you're very casual in it and don't want to progress. I consider myself casual, and I'm still spending about an hour, maybe 2 hours a day on it. And this is just intermittent time. When I wake up, 15, 20 minutes. Lunchtime, 15, 20 minutes. Before I go to bed, maybe I'll throw in a chunk, 45 minutes, an hour, or whenever I have some downtime since I'm on break right now. But at the end of the day, guys, I do recommend this game. If you like the video and want to see more, feel free to click subscribe. Click that like button. I'm going to continue to do some reviews on some games, show some gameplay, and then if you have any games that you suggest that I try out, because again, I am kind of looking for some games right now to play. It doesn't necessarily have to be mobile, but if you have anything that you suggest that's on the PC, whether it be some type of MMO or single player game, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Would like to see what you guys recommend, what you're seeing out there that's actually good right now, because I definitely trust your judgment. If you're on a YouTube and you're able to find this video, you probably have some pretty good insights on the gaming world as to what I can try out. So again, thank you for your time. This is OD's Gaming. Have yourself a good day.